Yo, it's your man Soular Moray. We out here again, another beautiful day at the San Diego Bay. What we got going on today, right, is Comic Con. So we got people like, can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. We got people like bruh here in the knights armor and all these people in these things. You got all these events going on everywhere. It's beautiful. I mean, it's even a line here or something. This is my usual go-to spot for my videos, but because of Comic Con, we got all this other stuff going on. So this video is gonna actually be very potent, to actually say the least. It's actually a very deep video, but I'm gonna keep it very simple for you, and I'm gonna help you to really understand and grasp these very high level concepts that I have for you. So number one, right? You do have 3 bodies. You have 3 brains. If you don't believe me, research it yourself. Oh, there go Ken. There go Ken, the Street Fighter. This is dope. But anyway, if you don't believe me, research it for yourself. When you were a baby, when you were a zygote, not even a fetus, when you were a zygote, what was happening was your skin cells developed your heart, and your heart actually has neurons in it, and neurons are found in the brain. Neurons are a type of cell that sends information to different parts of the body, giving it instructions and things of that nature, rather than just taking information and creating proteins based off of the code, based off of the amino acids, the code. What you find out is that the skin cells create the heart in a baby, the zygote. And the heart is formed with neurons. There are 2 other locations in the body where there are neurons present. One other area, and let's talk about the bodies at this point. The first area we're going to talk about is the lower half, the lower segment, the gut. The gut is the brain of the physical body. The stomach has neurons. The stomach, the gut, is one of your brains, but it is your physical body. It is the actual 50 trillion cells that you are composed of that are connected closest to the neurons in your stomach. This is why you'll find parasites able to control your behaviors, able to control your desires, able to control what you eat, what you do, your sanitation. The smallest and subtle of behaviors are being controlled by parasites, most likely. And those parasites live in your gut. And your gut has neurons, like a brain. You ever heard, use your gut? Or I'm just using my gut, I'm thinking with my gut, I'm following my instincts. That's that gut feeling. It's a brain, it's a processor of information, and it sends that information and relays what it processes throughout the entire body. So the brain in the stomach deals with a high level of stress, chemical stress, emotional stress, and physical stress. Whereas you have your second brain, which is your heart. And your heart governs your ego, who you consider yourself to be. Not the 50 trillion cells version of you, the version of you that's just one person. Not the version of you that's 50 trillion different organisms, the version of you that's one person. That is controlled by the heart. And the heart has neurons. The heart created the stomach, and the heart created the brain. And these 3 locations have neurons. So the second body is known as the emotional or mental body. How you feel and how you perceive yourself is your emotional and mental body. Your physical self, what you actually are, is 50 trillion cells. So what you actually are is a composition of over 50 trillion different organisms acting as one. And the thing that thinks they're one is the mind, is the emotion, is the heart. The heart generates the biofield. So it's connected to its environment directly. It doesn't know what a lie is. It only knows what the truth is. Follow your heart. Trust your gut. 2 of the bodies. Let's go to the third body. The third body is in the brain. The brain. When you go to sleep, you don't take your physical body with you. When you go to sleep, you don't take your identity, your ego, your job, how you identify with you. When you go to sleep, you create an astral realm and you have an astral body. Completely different, completely separate. The brain contains something called a hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is composed of a few things. One of those key components that you're aware of is called the pineal gland. The pineal gland is what allows us to consciously shift through frequency. This is the astral body, the astral realm. When you're imagining things, when you use your imagination, when you go to sleep and you dream and you travel through the astral realm, that's all done through the pineal gland. The pineal gland located in the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus located in the brain. So you have 3 areas in your body. 3 areas in your body that has brains. Your gut, your heart, and the brain itself. They all have neurons. They all think. They all process. They all send information to different parts of the body. They all together are connected through one item. One item connects these 3 bodies. That is known as the spinal cord. The spine connects all of these neurons. The spine connects the gut. The spine connects the heart. The spine connects the brain. And your spine is almost like a 4th body. And when all of these different minds, these different neurons are on the same frequency, what starts to happen is your soul awakens. Your kundalini activates. Your physical body is on the same frequency as your mental emotional body. It's on the same frequency as your astral body. You are connecting to your higher self. That is not easy to do. That is not a simple feat. But it's what happens, especially as you start to do the healing, especially as you start to tap into truth, especially when you start to tap into what's actual, not just what you think, not just what you believe, not just what you've been programmed to, but what's real, actual facts, actual truth, actual mathematics, sacred geometry being the mathematics of the universe, not invented but discovered and acknowledged. Astrology, not discovered but acknowledged and recognized from the cycles of celestial entities, of luminaries. These things behave in a certain way. You could get up and do whatever you want to do in a day. But the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, they have a specific regimen that they follow. And that is how we calculate time. We calculate time through these cycles. So with all that being said, we now know that we have 3 bodies. We know what governs the 3 bodies is the stomach governs the physical body. The heart governs the emotional mental body. And the brain governs the astral body, the pineal gland, the astral realm. And we also learned that the 33 vertebrae in the spine are what connects these 3 different bodies. So instead of dealing with just 3 bodies, we're actually dealing with 4. The 4th one being all 3 of those brains and neurons acting as one. That is known as the soul. The physical body, the mental emotional body, and the astral body working together cohesively is known as the soul. And a lot of people have fragmented souls. A lot of people have souls that are distorted. Why? Their physical body could be off. Their mental, emotional body could be off. They could be traumatized. Their astral body could be off. They could be living by the wrong religions. They may not have a connection to spirit or source themselves. So how do we get to a solution? How do we fix this stuff, man? How do we deal with this? What do we do? It's actually very simple. It's very simple what we have to do. It's very simple what's next. It just pains me sometimes to think about the fact that people don't see themselves for who they are. You don't see your physical body, your 50 trillion cells for what they are, so you don't respect them. Your mental, emotional body, your traumas, how you identify your ego, so you don't respect it. And then the astral self, the soul, the cosmos, your connection to the source directly. We don't acknowledge it, so we don't respect it, we don't understand it. They have lied to you about who you are, where you're from. One thing we know for sure in school is that school has done a ton of miseducation. We now know through history that black people don't come from Africa. We come from Amaru. We come from America. We have learned that slavery was a lie. We have learned that the Gullah Geechee Wars and a few other wars were actually civil wars to enslave black people. And they never worked. This was always our land. They took us from here and brought us to Africa. They took us from here and brought us to Sierra Leone. They took us from here. All the pyramids, most of the pyramids in the world are where? America. Go to the Grand Canyon where you're not allowed to go. What you gonna find? Kemetic artifacts. So I thought about it in the shower. I'm like, yo, I wish I could just sue the school education system for consciously miseducating us. But why would the system tell us who we are? You're not a part of a government anymore. You're a part of what's known as a corporation. The government that you're a part of is known as the District of Columbia. You are not a part of the United States government. The United States government doesn't exist. It's the District of Columbia. What you are a part of is the corporation of the United States. What the police protect and serve is not you, it's the corporation and its interests. So if you decide to listen to the rap music, like I listen to it, you decide to listen to the rap music that talks about killing, shooting, drugs, you listen to music that talks about those things, you're going to find out that they're favored. You're going to find out that people will get paid for talking about these things because they promote an agenda that keeps you from knowing who you are, that keeps you from mastering your own energies and mastering yourself. If you realized who you were, you wouldn't give a fuck about none of this. I'm sorry. Excuse my language, but that's just the truth. If you started to realize what a soul was and what you truly were, you would realize why they put the shit that they put in all these animes and all these cartoons and movies. You'll see why they put it there. Hold on, is that Jinx, bro? Is that Jinx? Oh my God, I gotta say hi to Jinx. Excuse me? Excuse me? You're Jinx.
Yes.
And I have to say hi.
Hi.
Me and my people have to say hi to Jinx. What? You gonna zap me?
No, maybe.
Don't zap me, please.
Have you done something?
Yeah. I've done a lot of things.
All right, go away. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna see you.
All right, I'll see you bot lane. I'll see you. Sorry. That's League of Legends. I love League of Legends. You ain't gonna stop me from talking about no goddamn League of Legends. So long story short, it's very simple what we gotta do. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna end this video. We're gonna make it full circle. This has been 13 minutes of just awareness. And I want you guys to realize this, is that the moment you start to figure out who you really are, historically, you're gonna stop. Check this out. They attack your physical body through the food. They give you genetically modified information. They give you genetically modified organisms through your food. And that distorts your stomach. That distorts your brain, the neurons there. And now you're starting to create behaviors and create protons that your body doesn't, proteins that your body doesn't need. But it thinks it does because of the genetically modified information. Genetics, aka genes, aka DNA, deoxynucleic, what is it? DNA, deoxynucleic acid. What this is and what you're doing when you're eating GMO foods is you're lying to your physical body. You're lying to your 50 trillion cells. That's why there's organic food. That's why there's clean food. That's why there's non-GMO food. Because the food that is GMO, the food that is modified, it is lying to your gut. It is lying to your physical body. It's telling your body it is eating something, experiencing something that it's not. that it's not. So that GMO food is the lie to the 50 trillion cells in your body. That's one way they attack you. Second way, traumas, emotional traumas, movies, programming, Disney. I love anime, but it's in there too. Programming. That's how you traumatize a person. That's how you get a person to forget who they are. That's how you get a person to start doing things to survive. That's when you get a person to start doing what you want them to do without them ever being aware of who they are. That is the attack. Let me miseducate you. Let me tell you you was a slave. Let me tell you your people came here from another country when they actually are from this country. And it's not even a country. It's our world. Let me teach you guys separation. Let me teach you politics. Let me teach you all these different things. That's gonna get you to forget who you truly are. Heartbreaks. Let me get this person to be toxic to you. Let's get these people around you to be out of their purpose and surround you in your life so you never find your purpose. This is how they traumatize you. Movies, events, work, survival, identity, jobs. It's all bullshit. Excuse my language again. But that's all just trauma to the mental, emotional body. Because if you were to realize who you truly are as a soul, you wouldn't care about half the stuff you care about right now. You would just be evolving and growing within yourself. How do they attack your brain? How do they attack the astral realm? Subconscious programming. They use subconscious programming. They put the signs. They know. Look, see that sign up there? It say Alien Earth, original series on Hulu, 8/12. They know that the conscious mind can ignore that, but the subconscious mind cannot ignore it. They know how to work with psychology to affect your subconscious mind. Religion affects your subconscious mind to tell you how the universe works, to tell you how you work, to tell you how things work when it's not based in truth. It might have some truth in it, but it's based in belief. They have to convince you. Anything that you have to be convinced of is a lie. Anything that you have to be convinced of is a lie. See, everything I'm giving you right now is absolute truth. I don't need to convince you of nothing. You just got to do your own research. But if I had to sit here and convince you that life works a certain way, that would probably be called a religion or a cult or a culture or a belief system. You don't need belief systems. You don't need religions. You don't need cults. You need a connection to the divine, which is what you already have. See, your pineal gland, when it's not calcified, has the ability to choose what frequency it wants to vibrate at. So if I tell you what frequency to vibrate your pineal gland at, if I tell you what to believe, if I tell you who God is, if I tell you what spirit is, if I tell you what angels and demons are, and you believe me, you don't need a connection to source for yourself. You need me. If I tell you who God is, if I tell you how to talk to God, if I tell you what angels are, if I tell you what demons are, you don't need you need me. And that's a problem. And that is the attack on the astral body. The moment you realize that you have a connection to source for yourself, you're going to consciously explore the astral realm differently. When you become conscious and aware, you could do what they call being lucid in a dream. But don't even try to be lucid in a dream if you can't even be lucid in life. Don't even try to be awake in a dream if you ain't even awake in life, period. Hey, I'm a cool ass nigga, bro. I swear I'm cool, bro, but I got the truth on me. I keep the truth on me. I can't get away from that. I lived in the jungle for years. I did my thing, like, you know what I mean? I can't be lied to. I can be in the midst of the city and still see clarity. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. I want the best for all of y'all. I want you all to study your astrology. Your astrology connects to your physical body. We call this personology. Is when you look at your astrology and you start to learn how your endocrine system, your lymph node system works. You know, a lot of us have different concentrations of different hormones throughout our life based off of our charts and based off of our perception and how we look at things. Physical health, physical well-being is also found in astrology. Mental, emotional well-being is found in astrology. Astral connection and the astral well-being is also found in astrology. So when you start looking in these things, you start realizing I'm not going into no pseudo-fake science. I'm dealing with what's already here. I'm dealing with what's right there. It's right there. We don't need to argue if the sun is fucking real. We don't need to argue the cycles that it takes. It does it every day. We don't need to talk about that shit. It is what it is. The question is, are you going to get in tune with that? Are you going to live in harmony with that? That's the real question. So with all that being said, this is what the concept of today's video was about. We out here at Comic-Con. We're enjoying ourselves. I'm really not even supposed to be right here. I'll be honest with you. But I'm from Dago. You know what I mean? This is my spot. I come here every day anyway. So it just happens to be Comic-Con. They in my house. Nah, I'm playing with you. Nah, but for real. Nah, for real. Now we know about the 3 bodies. We know about the 3 ways we're being attacked. And we know about 3 ways we can protect ourselves. To protect the stomach and the gut and the neurons in the gut, we can go ahead and start eating non-GMO. Start eating organic food. Get away from the GMO. Get away from the bullshit. Stop lying to yourself. Stop feeding your cells lies. The second way is healing the identity. Understanding who you truly are. Learning your true history. Learning your true genetics. Becoming who you are. Like, mentally, emotionally, getting rid of the traumas is not something that's easily done. That's something that's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take most of your life to clear out the traumas that you have accumulated throughout the lifetime. From the ages of 1 to 7, you've picked up most of those traumas, but now we know that through reprogramming the subconscious mind, through healing the mind, through relearning who we are, through letting go of what's not true, tapping into what is true, we're going to be able to heal the ego. And third, the astral realm. How do we heal the pineal gland and connect to the astral realm better? Well, number 1, we said it, heal the pineal gland. Unfortunately, things like sunlight bouncing off of concrete calcifies the pineal gland. LED lights calcifies the pineal gland. Certain types of music frequencies actually calcify the pineal gland. So getting out into nature, connecting to nature, grounding your body, you know what I mean? Meditation, yoga, these things are going to allow you to focus in. Write down your intentions, write down your goals, write down who you are. Read it, understand it, master it. Program yourself. Remember who you are. Remember what your soul is. When you go to sleep, try to be lucid in a dream, but don't try to be lucid in a dream if you ain't even lucid in reality. Because you're just going to delude yourself even more. So anyway, I love you guys. Hey. Number 1, like, share, subscribe. Share this video with somebody if you think it's going to help them. Comment down in the comments what you think you are working on the most, what's most difficult for you to work on, or what you don't understand the most. Go ahead and put that in the comments. Go ahead and like the video. And you know what I mean? I have a book that I'm going to be releasing very soon. It's called Building the Kingdom. It's going to help you understand and build awareness of why these things are important. Also, go check out my music. Type in Soular Amore, just like it's typed on my YouTube. And you guys will go find all my music. Or just go to my YouTube page and click on my releases, and you'll find all the music that I make as well. And the music that I make is healing, it is healthy, it is fun. So with all that being said, y'all, we out here at Comic-Con. We finna enjoy ourselves. We might do a little live video in a minute, I don't know. But we gonna chill. I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna enjoy the moment, enjoy the vibes. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. So, peace to the kings and queens, the gods, the goddesses, the emperors, the empresses. Hold it down, but keep it up. Hey, Soular More. And we out this piece.